If you're having trouble with mathematics, numbers getting problematic, don't you panic. Check MathWiz, the best math tutor on the planet. From fraction to algebra, simple maths, add up some trigonometry into that. Learning math is fun with MathWiz, and that's a fact. We're rooting for you.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another MathWiz Academy lesson. If this is your first time here, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. I do hope that today is going to be a great lesson. For those persons who are return watchers, again, hope these videos are helping you with your foundation skills and just giving you the support that you need to do well at math. So today we're going to be looking at adding and subtracting or positive and negative numbers. And, especially when it comes down to positive and negative numbers, this is where students find the most difficulty. Even those who understand really hard topics and concepts, I find that when they're supposed to now work with the numbers, usually that is where we have some issues. So we're going to start off very basic. And so, of course, you know that if you have, let's say, 4 plus 5, right? Most of you would immediately be able to look on and tell me that this is 9. And yes, that is correct. However, for these videos, we want you to focus on putting the sign there, right? To teach this topic, usually I put it's almost like a game. And so I say that we have the positive team and we have the negative team, or we have positive people in the room as well as negative. So for this, we want to imagine that we have the 1, 2, 3, 4 positive people who were in the room, and then they were later joined by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other positive people. And so when you look at it in total, what we have is those 9 persons, those 9 positive people being in the room. So similarly, if I was supposed to give you 1 plus 3, you would tell me 4. However, using our little game that we're using to imagine, it's like we had 1 positive person in the room, and then we were later joined by 3 more. So in total, that is how we got the 4 positive people in the room. Now, okay, that is the basic, but what about when we get with our negative numbers, right? So we want to start off with what we're comfortable with, so that when we get to the negative numbers, we see that it is a similar principle. So you'd want to go ahead, let's say we had -2, -3, right? And whenever you see the minus, that is indicating that it is a negative number, right? Even for these numbers, these 4 that were here, we know that they are positive. So whenever you don't see a sign in front of a number, you are to assume that the sign is plus, right? So it wasn't written like that, but you are to assume that it is plus. All right, so we have the 2 negative people first, right, which are these 2 people, and then they are later joined by these 3 negative people. And so in total, what we would realize is that we have 5 people over on the negative side. And so -2 -3 is really going to give you -5. Another way that I say this to my students is that if somebody takes away 2 apples from you, and then, for example, they take away 3 more, in total, they would have taken away 5 apples. Now, I will do one more with the negative because, of course, that is really where the problem comes in, and then I will give you a few to try on your own. So let us say we have -1, -6. So again, you could look at it as somebody takes 1 apple from you and then they take 6 more. Or you could do, of course, in the exam, you may not have time to do the game, but this is just until you get comfortable with the idea. And so you would have the 1 person on the negative side, followed by the other 6 negative people that came into the room. And so if you were supposed to add those all up, in total, we have 7 negative people in the room. So I want you to go ahead and try. If you have minus 3, minus 9, what would your answer be? All right, so we would have the first 3 negative people in the room joined by the other 9 negative people in the room, and so you should have a total of 12 negative persons. All right, guys, so I do hope that this first part of the video you found it useful. I'm going to stop it here. Then in the next video, we're going to look at a mixture of positive and negative numbers, but we do want to give you the information in bite size so that it can be very easy for you to get confident because you're taking on the information in smaller portions. So just ensure that you are absolutely comfortable with the concept covered in this video, and then you can always move on to part 2. If this video was useful, be sure to leave a comment below. Be sure to turn on your notifications so that you can see when more useful videos are posted. Here at Matthews Academy, I continue to root for you, and I'll see you in the next video.